Hey, morning. Mornings on Main Street here in Middle Tennessee on Main Street Media Television. I'm Chris Dow, joined as always by my colleague and co-host Justin Kulik. Justin, what's going on, buddy?
How's it going, man? Go Titans.
How about them Titans? I'm still wearing my orange and white checkered shirt because
Nice.
if I don't, I'm gonna and the Vols lose, I will think it's my fault.
Exactly. No, it will be. So that's good. That's good that you're doing that.
Right. Every Monday after a win, we're wearing the orange and white checkered. Of course, big win
Yes.
for the Vols on Saturday against UT Martin, and on Sunday, tighten up. Titans get a big win
I know.
over Indianapolis Colts, 19-10, and huge win for them in division play as it really sets them up for a run in the division, no matter what happens. So huge win. And
Absolutely.
even if Ryan Tannehill did apparently hurt his ankle.
He's on a boot. He's in a boot, right? That's so
Yeah.
sad.
Apparently an ankle injury, but he says he's going to, quote, do everything he can, end quote, to get back for week 8 against the Texans because, look, that's another division game, and the Titans have certainly got to make sure that they
We
win
won 'em
those
all.
division games no matter what. So,
Absolutely. No, it's he left the game. I don't know if you saw it. You probably did, but he left the game and he couldn't get off the field, and then he got limped off, went into the tent, and then Malik Willis came in to start. Everybody was getting hype, whatever. And right before they were about to break huddle, Tannehill comes limping back on the field. I was like, Tannehill, don't. Please, come on. Just let the guy. Malik Willis, he took it to the chin, though. I would have been so, sad if I was him. It's like, come on, just one play?
like, not even one play? Come on now.
It was so close. You sure you good?
Yeah, well, I think I saw that in his tenure, Ryan Tannehill was 15-3 against AFC South opponents.
Hey, I love Tannehill. I think he's great.
Certainly good against the AFC South, if nothing
That's
else.
true. That's true. I saw a stat that was like he's the best quarterback whenever you're in the red zone, like he'll score, but the Titans are the worst team of getting in the red zone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
when he's there, he does it, though.
If they get there,
Yeah.
they're going in. But if they don't get there, getting there is the problem. But anyway, great weekend sports-wise. The Yankees got swept, so that's always good.
It's never bad. Never bad.
Never bad when the Yankees get swept. So sports-wise, great weekend. World Series is set. Philadelphia Phillies, Houston Astros. Should be a lot of fun. And we'll talk about that on Main Street Sports today. This afternoon at 2 o'clock. Myself, Mo Patton, Justin Kulik with you. So, yeah, should be a great day on Reaction Monday on our sports shows, both George Plaster and Main Street Sports today. But we've got a lot to get to today. We have, of course, top 3 stories, which will come your way. And I'm still working on getting This Week in Clarksville ready to go. But as soon as we get, we'll take a trip to Clarksville. Although we didn't get to do that on Friday because both of us had other obligations, and I'm really sad about it because I really wanted to play.
Man, birdie ball. Yeah, I know. I forgot it, but hopefully it was a great success, and they'll continue to tour around the Tennessee area, which I'm sure they will. So
it would be nice. I'm thinking about trying to set one up here in Columbia because I think it would be super cool.
Absolutely. I'll do anything for one of those shirts. So
that's right. Big brother, big sisters.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was at a state volleyball tournament at 10 o'clock, and Summertown defeated county rival Loretto for the state championship in Class A.
Hey.
Creekwood earned a state championship in Class AA, and in AAA, Cleveland out of East Tennessee took home AAA. So there you go.
It's exciting. That's a lot of volleyball.
Volleyball, I'm telling you, man, volleyball at that level is fun to watch.
It really is. I mean, or go ahead.
We're lucky enough down here in southern Middle Tennessee to have both Summertown and Loretto be in our coverage area. And so we see them play a lot. And it's just like, man, the bad teams should be forced to watch these two teams play.
Who should?
Like teams that aren't any good.
Right. Oh, because if you go to a badly played volleyball game, it's not fun for anyone.
It's brutal.
It's so long.
Because it's just pass, dump, there's no pass set spike.
Right.
It's just boom, boom, oh, over, and then they like hit it from the back line all the way over, and then it hits the net, and it's just not good.
Right. I know.
So,
I love when they have like 2 Michael Jordans on each side.
oh
Just
yeah,
that third hit's about to be
and then if they do score, it gets hype. I mean,
it's
the
rowdy
whole
each
crowd
time.
gets crazy.
Last
Every
point, first point.
single point.
Yeah.
It's like boom, yes. So
You know
yeah.
what? We should do volleyball. We talked ourselves into it.
And there's photo gallery on Main Street Preps from that state championship game or match. I'm sorry, their matches in volleyball.
Oh, it's not game?
No, every volley is a game, and then whoever when you get to 25 and win by 2, it's a set, and then 3 of 5 sets is a match.
Oh, it's like tennis, kinda.
Very
I didn't
much
know
like
that it was called a game. That's cool.
yeah. It's not a volley; it's a game apparently.
Played 25 games tonight. Got the dub.
Actually, you would have to win
Oh, wait, yeah,
75 games.
to win the match, but then
match.
also that's if the other team doesn't win one.
That's correct. You have to win at least 75 because Summertown won their second set 32-30 because you have to win by 2.
That could go on forever, and I know tennis matches have gone on forever because of that.
Like deuce 50 here.
Yeah. Can we go home? Is it do we have
Is
to
it time
stay?
yet? No, there's still actually 7 sets left.
Tie? We could all just shake hands? No? Soccer
Go
does
to the
it.
house. Soccer does it. They're just like, yeah, well, oh,
Hey, we tried. Hey, we came out here 0-0. Let's go home.
did not work out.
Did you play? What's going on?
Anyway, yeah, it was a good weekend unless you're a Preds fan. If you're a Preds
Yeah,
fan,
what's up with them, man?
let's send them back to Eastern Europe.
Yeah. Just go.
Because they win there in Czechoslovakia.
That's true.
They're 2-0 there, so we just play all of our games there now.
It's like, come on, like we got, was Vols doing well, Titans doing well. The Grizz are, it's kind of early in the season, so it's hard to really tell. But we need them to pick it up. The Preds, we just need you to pick it up.
Please, and thank you.
Oh.
But anyway, a lot to get to today. Let's get into it.
Let's go with.
Let's see. Why don't we tell you about today's weather?
Let's do it. Thanks for asking. So today and every single day, our weather is brought to you by Roy Meat Service. Nothing beats locally sourced meats. You can always count on Roy Meat Service for the best steaks, ribs, chicken, everything at a reasonable price. The staff is amazing. They help you find what you want, what fits your palate. Me, I have a sophisticated palate, so I always go for the Es Fernando's quesadillas. But yeah, Roy Meat Service, no S on the end. You can find them at 605 South 19th Street in Nashville, or give them a call, 615-227-2583, and or visit their website, rorymeatservice.com, and you can visually see everything I'm just talking about. Fantastic photo gallery. Today's weather is a high of 80, which I've been outside. It's going to get pretty toasty today. It got pretty toasty yesterday. So it probably feels like 90 something or feels like 98. Go Vols. The low is 52. Sunny all day. 100% chance of no rain jackets or umbrellas. 55% humidity, and the UV index is just chilling at a 1. So that is your weather for today. Brought to you by Roy Meat Service.
There you go. All right. Let's take a look now at Nashville traffic. Traffic is brought to you by our friends at 50 Forward, of course. 50 Forward is a Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults. They're a proud partner with the All of Us research program from the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting the website joinallofus.org/50 Forward. That's, of course, 50 spelled out FIFTY. Right now, looking around Middle Tennessee, there's a single vehicle crash at mile marker 95.2 on 65 northbound, just before you get to the Goodlettsville and Hendersonville exit. The northbound 2 left lanes are blocked, and the left shoulder is also blocked. So you're going to have a tough time there this morning, but otherwise pretty clear outside of normal merging delays, of course, at 40 and 440, and the 65-24 split as well. Downtown Loop looks good. Obviously, the downtown Loop is perfect this morning. Green all the way around.
The green donut.
Gotta love that. Huh. How about that? What a great day for traffic outside, unless you're going north to Hendersonville, of course. But other than that,
Exactly.
just
Heck
merging
yeah.
delays. I'll take that.
Me too.
All right. Well, why don't we take a break here, Justin, and I will continue working on our This Week in Clarksville segment so that we can see what's going on up there in Clarksville. And we'll come back with the top 3 stories. So today's top 3 coming your way right after this on Mornings on Main Street in the morning, right here on Main Street Media TV.
The high school football season is here, and nobody handles Friday nights better than Main Street Media. Here's Zach Womble with details.
That's the name of the game here at Main Street Media and Main Street Preps. We've been doing this for a long time now, and I think you hit on it. We've got an army of reporters across all of Middle Tennessee. I think there's about 130 schools in the Middle Tennessee area, and we try to cover all of them. We cover about 11, 12 counties at this point. And those Friday night shows, we're gonna show that off. We're gonna showcase the talent that we have on the field with reporters across several mid-state games on the weekly basis. So, whether you're in Williamson County, whether you're in Giles County or Murray County or Montgomery or Robertson or anywhere in between, we're gonna have you covered from 6 to 11.
Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, where fans don't let fans drive drunk.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, and personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. If you've lost a spouse or a parent and want to make sure your inheritance is utilized and does not just disappear, I can help with that. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email Eric at rockcastlewealth.com.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Come on. Mornings on Main Street. Welcome back in. I'm Chris Yao alongside Justin Kulik as we are combing through the headlines of Middle Tennessee as we do each and every day here on Mornings on Main Street in segment number 2 about this time as we tell you about the biggest things going on around Middle Tennessee. And we'll start, Justin, in Murfreesboro. That's right, where they are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Middle Tennessee State University's iconic Murphy Center, also known as the Glass House.
That's such a cool nickname.
Well, I mean, it's a good nickname. It is
And very accurate. Yeah.
aptly named Glass House.
Very.
MTSU President Sidney McPhee announced last Tuesday the kickoff for a year-long celebration, including that recent $6 million renovation, which put more than 33,000 square feet of smart window dynamic glass panels to replace the outdated predecessors and give the 11,500-seat arena a glistening new exterior. Now, we learned this on Main Street Sports Today when we talked to Chip Walters last week. The smart window dynamic glass, it's like the old like glasses that would tint when it was sunny outside.
Transitions.
Transitionals, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And so the glass, when it's dark out, the glass is more normal, but when it's sunny, it tints up and shades the inside.
Oh, that's what an innovation. Those are right next to the Skechers Shape Ups.
That's right. And it's manufactured by Sage Glass. The panels automatically tint and clear in response to sun, eliminating glare and heat inside of Murphy Center. McPhee said this is a special place. The Glass House is indeed quite a building, but it's so much more than that. It's been said that we often erect buildings not only to hold things and people, but also to reflect who we are and what we value. And when structures like Murphy Center transcend the purpose of mere shelter or storage, they become essential. The roughly 2-year glass replacement project from design to installation required the use of 16 semi-trailers delivering the 1,300 pieces of Sage Glass to be installed. It marks the largest installation of dynamic glass in higher education in the United States, according to the university's news release. It opened in December of 1972, and Murphy Center has served as home to MTSU men's and women's basketball, as well as NCAA basketball tournaments, university and high school graduation ceremonies, concerts, and state high school basketball championships. It's hosted 5 Elvis Presley performances and concerts by Elton John, The Who, Stevie Wonder, The Beach Boys, Johnny Cash, the Eagles, and the Judds. As part of last Tuesday's event, MTSU also showed a newly designed basketball court and retro uniforms that will be worn by the Blue Raiders men's basketball team during an anniversary game on Thursday, December 15th against the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. MTSU athletics officials said upgrades to Murphy Center include a dedicated primary area entrance and a new main lobby as part of the overall Build Blue campaign to raise $100 million to upgrade athletic facilities. In introducing Hall of Fame women's basketball coach Rick Insell, they noted that Murphy Center opened the same year that Title IX was enacted. Insell, who is also an MTSU alumnus, emphasized how special it is for his women's teams to play in Murphy Center and for him to roam the sidelines as coach. Every morning I walk across that floor and I thank the good Lord for 2 things. 1, that I was selected to be the women's basketball coach. And number 2 is that I get to coach in the Glass House, said Insell, noting that not only did he receive his degree on the floor of Murphy Center, but so did his 3 sons. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. That's really cool.
Now, let me tell you, there are few people in Middle Tennessee who are better people, cooler people than Rick Insell.
Really? I mean, honestly, there seems to be a theme with MTSU staff. Like, everybody's cool.
They are great folks. They really are. So if if you're looking for a home, I'm telling you,
man, they only want what's good for their players and students too. It's awesome.
Yeah. Athletically, it's one of the greatest places to be. That's hard for me to say, considering that my alma mater will be joining Conference USA next year as a member, and we will be rivals with MTSU going forward. So
it's funny because I went to the Titans game yesterday. And, Frank Reich is the coach for Indianapolis. He's such a nice guy. Like, he's literally so nice. I was like, when I was yelling at, I couldn't even boo him when they were coming out. I was like, hey Frank.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, MTSU, same thing. It's just the whole staff. It's crazy.
Yeah. And we appreciate that they've been so gracious to us as at both Main Street Sports Today and to us individually. So
how what's your alma mater again? Where'd you go?
Jacksonville State.
Oh yeah. That's
Gamecocks.
Cool.
Go Gamecocks.
Yes, sir. The Blue Raiders.
Also, over the weekend, leaders of Tennessee's Republican supermajority pledged on Friday to ban transgender surgeries for minors when the state legislature convenes in January during a rally of thousands organized by Nashville-based conservative media group, The Daily Wire. About 3,000 people flocked to Legislative Plaza on Friday afternoon to rally against, quote, gender-affirming sex reassignment surgeries performed on children under the age of 18. Procedures that Vanderbilt University Medical Center has said its clinic has not performed. Hundreds of counter-protesters demonstrating on behalf of transgender people also attended. Republican leaders Representative William Lamberth and Senator Jack Johnson pledged that a bill to ban transition surgeries for minors would be among the first introduced during the upcoming legislative session. Johnson and Lamberth's bill will not be the first time such a proposal has come before the legislature. In both 2020 and 2021, Senator Janice Bowling and Representative John Reagan proposed a bill to ban the practice, but the proposal never moved forward. The Tennessee chapter of American Civil Liberties Union has threatened legal action should a measure be successful. Daily Wire's conservative pundit Matt Walsh threw the topic into the national spotlight this year with a documentary titled What is a Woman? Challenging transgender ideology. Walsh shared videos on social media last month claiming that VUMC's pediatric transgender clinic performs transgender surgeries on children because they are, quote, a big moneymaker, while forcing employees to participate despite moral objection. His post sparked calls by Tennessee Republicans, including Governor Bill Lee, for an investigation into VUMC's clinic and new state laws banning trans surgeries on minors. Now, Vanderbilt Medical Center has said the facility has not done any genital surgeries on children under the age of 18. An average of 5 minors per year have received top surgeries, and with parental consent, the facility said in a statement. The facility also said earlier this month it would pause transition surgeries for minors as it reviews new standards of care guidance. As 11 speakers presented on Friday, hundreds of counter-protesters tried to drown out the speakers with siren sounds and chants shouted through the bullhorns. Odessa Kelly, who is running for Congress in Tennessee's 7th District, led chants of trans rights are human rights in the center of the counter-protesting throng, at times nearly drowning out the speakers. A group of about a dozen members of the far-right group Proud Boys also attended, many wearing masks, body cams, and other tactical gear. The groups traded obscenities but remained peaceful, and state troopers and Metro Police were also out in force. Other speakers at the event included 2020 Democratic presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard, Alliance Defending Freedom President Christiana Kiefer, Trey Voices educator Scott Nugent, and self-proclaimed former trans kid Chloe Cole, as well as former congressional candidate Robbie Starbuck and his wife Landon, who runs a nonprofit called Freedom Forever. And finally, going to some more lighter news, the Art League of Cheatham County will be presenting its 3rd annual Fall Gala Art Show at the Braxton Condominiums in Ashland City on Saturday, November 5th. There will be an exclusive opening VIP penthouse reception from 5:30 to 6:30, sponsored by Legends Bank, with food, beverages, music, and some featured art. The Fall Gala will begin at 6 p.m. and end at 10, featuring music and a progressive dinner throughout the show. Beverages will also be an additional $10 each. Co-founder and patron of the Arc League of Cheatham County, John Lindahl, in his work with the Cheatham County Juvenile Court System, discovered a serious financial need to help support foster care children who in many cases come with nothing as they come into the foster care system. All live auction proceeds will benefit foster care children's needs administered through recommendation of the juvenile court system. The live auction with nearly $8,000 of artist-donated original art will begin at 8:15, raising funds for the foster care programs in Cheatham County and presented by auctioneer Stephen Carr. The 2021 Fall Gala raised $6,300 for foster care programs. Each artist who donates one or more pieces of their art to the live auction will be entered into a raffle with a total of $3,000 cash to be given away. Come and mingle with the artists and enjoy the credible talent the members have to offer. Featured sponsors are Legends Bank, Leatherwood Distillery, Flights Brewhouse, Manel's, Sweezy's Street Coffee, Keenan Group, and the Hampton Inn, Pleasant View. VIP tickets are limited and first come, first served. Those are $100 each, which includes the full gala event. They must be purchased in advance by emailing Debbie Keenan at artleagueofcheathamcounty.org. The gala is $40 per person, and tickets can be purchased at artleagueofcheathamcounty.org. For more information, just contact Debbie at 615-746-2443 or 615-516-0493. You ever been to an art gala?
No, I was just about to say, like, would you rather be invited to a ball or a gala?
A gala.
Yeah, me too, man. They just sound so cool.
Well, it's also there's no dancing.
Oh, there's no dancing at a gala? I mean, I guess that's whoever's, your choice. There's no music.
I mean, there's going to be music, so I guess technically you could dance, but it's not
Strictly
expected.
off
Like
limits.
at a ball, you're expected to dance, right? I mean, it's a ball,
That's true. You got to go out there and ball out, if you will.
and there's no other entertainment. Like the music is the entertainment at a ball, whereas at a gala,
It's a side
just
gig.
it's a side thing. Yeah, the art is the entertainment. The art is the draw.
Gotcha. I guess it would be kind of hard to observe the art thoroughly if you were dancing the whole time.
Exactly. I mean, you just dance from piece to piece and
Right.
check it out. I don't know. It must be black tie though, because there's a black tie right there on that photo.
If there was.
so at the
Not a
very
bow
top there, it must
tie?
be black tie. Are you a bow tie guy, or you want to wear a thin?
So I'm a bow tie guy. So I actually learned how to tie. I don't know how to tie regular tie. I only know how to tie bow tie, which I know is like weird because it's
backwards.
Right. It's exactly like people usually learn the other thing first, but I feel like it'll be good for me because then it'll make it easier to learn. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
What
I
about
didn't
you?
learn how to. I learned how to tie a tie I was probably 15, 16. But I still don't know how to tie a bow tie. So maybe we should just,
Collab.
let's host a tie tying event
Or a gala
or a gala.
/ ball.
We'll do all kinds of great things we could do here.
And then that would be art. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
There you go.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
So there's your top 3 stories. Glass House. And, I'm really glad on Friday, I was keeping up with the rally that was downtown while I was at the football game. And I'm just sitting there thinking, please don't end up on national news. Like, just let's not have,
Yeah.
these two groups fighting each other or something. Like, let's hope that the state troopers don't end up in, involved
here.
or come on, like let's
Right.
be good. And luckily everything worked out.
Hey,
So-
that's good. No arrests, or maybe there were a couple, but
I don't know about arrests, but there
Nobody got arrested?
wasn't any. Again, as Vivian Jones' article from mainstreet-nashville.com indicates, there was no. It was peaceful. So
boom. Love that.
That's always good. Thank you.
Yeah.
for
We're trying to get a baseball team and stuff.
Yeah, peaceful is good. Peaceful is good.
Right.
But and then of course the art gala in Cheatham County. Want to welcome
That one
our
was
friends
violent.
from Ashland City.
Absolutely. Sorry, I cut you off there. I said,
I just want to say hello to our friends in Ashland City. We appreciate you guys out there, and beautiful place you guys have for sure.
how far away is Ashland City from Nashville?
It's not far. If you head out on 40 West, it's just outside. It's just past like where Tennessee State is. And so
that's not far.
You get on the other side of Briley Parkway.
Yeah.
Then go towards the old prison. You know what I'm
Love
talking
that
about?
place. Kind of, yeah.
Where John Lund Airport is, that was hit by the tornado.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So Ashland City Highway is just past that prison. You take the left and you go about 15 minutes or so. So it's about 30 minutes or so outside of downtown.
Right.
Without
Okay.
traffic, but it's
That's
not bad.
Not at all.
No, you can go through like the Nations and get to Ashland City Highway, which is what. So Sarah used to work. My wife used to work on Ashland City Highway, and so like I know all about like Coco's is over there, and like Daddy's Dogs.
Oh yeah, I had the Daddy's Dog at the game yesterday.
Daddy's Dogs are the best.
They are, man. So big.
They're delicious. They are delicious. All right. Well, let's take a break and come back. And This Week in Clarksville coming right up. So stick around here on Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back after this.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links. Hey, this is George Plaster, and I'm excited to announce that the second annual Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night is going to happen Monday, November the 28th at the Hermitage Strike and Spare. The 3 charities that will benefit are Last Minute Toy Store, Martha O'Brien Center, and Stars. And our intention is to get them that money so it can do the most amount of good at Christmas time. Now, here's where I need your help. I need you to sign up to play in the most fun charity event you've ever been involved in. Imagine 64 foursomes with 64 sports personalities in the area. As a single player, it's $200. If you get a foursome, it's $800. And what I want you to do is reach out to me via email, plastergeorge@gmail.com, and we'll get you signed up and get you ready and raring to go. Again, that's plastergeorge@gmail.com for a night you will never forget.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
At Sumner Funeral and Cremation, our mission is to serve families as our own, celebrate the life of their loved one, and help begin the healing process.
My whole family, including my wife and my mom and siblings, were very happy with the treatment that we received. I would highly recommend Sumner Funeral and Cremation.
We offer funeral, burial, cremations, and pre-planning services.
Sumner Funeral and Cremation. Traditional, affordable, dignified. SumnerFuneral.com.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time. I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
So, I got a DUI. Mom, Dad.
Why didn't you just call someone for a ride?
I wasn't thinking ahead. I didn't think I was gonna get caught. Yeah, my best friend Tim.
Still coming to my bachelor party next month?
This DUI cost me 10 grand. So, no. Yeah, you, in the back.
Did you know I almost died when you hit me?
Didn't think this would affect so many people.
You think it was worth it?
No more questions.
Hey, this is George Plaster, and I'm excited to announce that the second annual Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night is going to happen Monday, November the 28th at the Hermitage Strike and Spare. The 3 charities that will benefit are Last Minute Toy Store, Martha O'Brien Center, and Stars. And our intention is to get them that money so it can do the most amount of good at Christmas time. Now, here's where I need your help. I need you to sign up to play in the most fun charity event you've ever been involved in. Imagine 64 foursomes with 64 sports personalities in the area. As a single player, it's $200. If you get a foursome, it's $800. And what I want you to do is reach out to me via email, plastergeorge@gmail.com, and we'll get you signed up and get you ready and raring to go. Again, that's plastergeorge@gmail.com for a night you will never forget.
take a look at Broadway and Fifth Avenue, looking toward Bridgestone Arena. Stinging beauty. Justin?
That it is.
It doesn't get much better than that right there.
It really doesn't, man. People are out hustling and bustling on this Monday. Good for them. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just watching these people, just watching people. And
I got you. People watching.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's what we do. But,
I know. I'm very skilled. I have a certain set of skills.
So you know that I DJ weddings, right?
Yeah, you rock the house.
And I have DJ'd 8 this month. 8.
Wow. That's a lot.
It's a lot. I'm done.
8 a month? Not even.
For the rest of the month. So no more weddings the rest of this month. Thank goodness.
No one can get married.
Got it. Well, just not with the DJ. My back is killing me. I'm just here to tell you. Like,
is it really?
Yes.
Is it because of a dance move or just standing?
No, it's because I'm standing and I don't lift with my legs when I pick up my speakers. I lift with my back. So yeah. When they tell you that as a young man, and you're like, whatever.
You're supposed to pull everything, like, right? You don't
just listen. That's all I'm telling you. Well, my wedding DJing and this next segment kind of go hand in hand because Stephanie Miller caught up with some folks who also find themselves in the wedding business at times, and that is and when I tell you what today's National Day is, you'll understand why we do this segment.
Full circle.
It's all going to come together. So without further ado, we send you to Stephanie Miller this week in Clarksville, right here on Mornings on Main Street.
I'm with Amanda Wilson. Thank you so much for giving me your time today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And we are talking about floral decor because a lot of people like to do things on their own, kind of do-it-yourselfers. Amanda, you've been doing like the floral walls and wreaths for, you said, 10 years?
Around that, yeah. Just for family and friends. So.
That's awesome. What goes into doing so? For those watching this, if you're looking or you want to do some sort of floral decor for a party or wedding, where do they get started? What do they need?
I guess deciding what they're going to do. So if they're looking at a backdrop, getting a stand, getting the pieces that kind of go together to make your base, and then deciding what you're going to put on top of it. So different picks or acrylics or lights or anything like that.
Where do you get your ideas?
I just kind of come up with them. Sometimes like Pinterest, if people have kind of an idea in mind, they'll send that, and then I just go off of that and find something similar, not exact. I always try not to copy, but just to kind of get the general idea of what they want to do and then build off of it.
Super
better.
That's super cool. So what do we have right here, and what goes with what, and how does it work pieced together?
So there's a couple options in here. These guys are if you want to do like a boxwood wall.
Okay.
On the back of them, they're like a grid. So you take these little zip ties and then you will just kind of connect them.
Okay.
And then this whole thing, once you piece it together to whatever size you want it to be, you'll put it up on that stand, and that's kind of your base.
Okay.
So we have that. There's also, these have been really popular lately, which are the floral panels.
Oh, nice.
And you can piece these all together, again, the same way. They have the grid on the back.
Okay.
And you just zip tie them together. That's kind of like what we did at handbags. We had a wall donated to us, and I decorated it. But this has been really, really popular to do, like a floral backdrop and then build on it.
And that's super pretty. What does this typically run you? So say you're doing a floral design for a decent wall. What does it cost?
If you're buying it yourself, usually a good stand is from like $75 to $100. Okay. The back panels, depends how big you go.
Okay.
For about 2 of the flower panels, if you just buy them yourself off Amazon, you're probably going to spend like $20-$30 just for the 2. You're going to need several to build the wall, so it might get expensive fast. Same with the boxwood. You usually get a little bit more, but you can see they're much smaller.
Right.
So usually like a 10 by 10 of that is probably around the same, like 30, 40 in that range.
Okay.
for 10 of these guys, and then you'll need a few of those to kind of piece together a wall.
So not that at all, though, because Amanda, I would assume that you can use these again and again. So really, I would think getting your money's worth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. And where are all the places that you go to find the decor items that you need?
Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I mean, Walmart has floral. Pretty much anywhere you can find it for a good price. The ones that kind of come bunched up together like this, or like the bigger flowers like this one, which are really nice for like taking up a lot of space if you're going to bunch flowers together. But like these guys that you break apart, they are going to be more expensive, and the bigger ones are going to be more expensive. They have smaller filler ones that'll be kind of like this that are a little bit less, but if you can find a good deal somewhere, a lot of coupons, it definitely helps.
I would say so. And say again, I know you do this on do it yourself. How long does it normally take you to piece together a wall?
Well, for handbags, that one took me, I think, 5 hours, kind of start to finish. But we also had a friend of mine do a balloon arch, which was really great.
Oh, nice.
And we were placing furniture and things in front of it. The flowers themselves probably took up like 3 to 4 of that.
Okay.
And then we hung like an acrylic sign in front of it that we had customized for the event. And that took a little bit, that was a little bit of trial and error.
Right.
The first plan didn't work out, but we got it to work.
Well, again, and if the first one doesn't work out, try again. And again, you're seeing the pictures that Amanda, of Amanda's work, what she put together, again, doing it herself. So it is possible. I remember when I got married, it was a lot of just kind of do-it-yourself sort of items at my wedding, and I thought it turned out beautifully.
Yeah.
I know a lot of women out there doing the same thing, and a lot of people hosting parties choose to either get a group together and do it on their own. So it is possible. The work that Amanda's done, you can do it too. Amanda, if someone would like to reach out to you and maybe say, hey, I need some help, or can you give me some tips? Can they do that?
Yeah.
Where would they be able to connect with you?
I'm actually starting a small business based off of this, so they can find us on Facebook and Instagram. But it's Bramble Design and Event Co. And so they can message on there if they have questions. They don't have to want to use anything on our side. I'm happy to give advice. If they are trying to do something for a big event, like a wedding, they definitely want to do it in advance and then have somebody available to set it up, because it never goes as planned. Ever.
No, it doesn't.
Never ever. And that's kind of how I've done events in the past, is kind of putting it all together in large pieces and then being able to assemble it quickly at the event. It's the way to do it.
Awesome. You see Amanda's contact information right there. Reach out to her if you need to get a tip, or if you want to ask her a question, do that, or if you want to hire her to help you out with either a wedding or an event. Amanda, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Stick with us right here. We have more coming up on This Week in Clarksville after the break. First off, Heather, thank you so much for sitting down with me. You were extremely busy all the time. We've been talking in the in-between, and she bakes a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Well, tell me about your store, because again, a lot of people know your store, but you've kind of transitioned out of that more or less into a food truck.
Yeah, absolutely. So with things kind of slowing down on the storefront, we decided we wanted to kind of go a different route, and we wanted to get a food trailer out there. Our reach is much greater with a food trailer. We can go to other cities, we go to other states, we go to Kentucky. We're licensed for business in both Hopkinsville and Cadiz so far in Kentucky, as well as here in Clarksville. And it allows us to bring food to festivals that you don't normally find there. So normally if you're diabetic or celiac and you go to a festival and you see food trailers, you're lucky if you can find anything to eat. or if you're low carb, if you're keto dieter, it can be hard as well. And so all the products that we make, we're a completely gluten-free facility. We don't use sugar, we don't use dyes, preservatives, nitrates, hormones, so that it's a clean enough line of product where cancer patients can indulge as well.
That's absolutely amazing. And you see the food, like you're seeing video or close-up of what's sitting here in front of me. It looks amazing. It smells amazing. I can't wait to taste it. But, you know, as we're talking about going to the food truck about the pandemic, like other small business owners, you have struggled to keep the business going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There was times where it felt like it was just kind of one or another. Within our first 6 months open, we were broken into. We had our front door smashed out and all of our electronics stolen. And we've actually had somebody this year that tried to break in through the back as well. And so we have those little things, as well as, you know, the difficulties with trying to get a hold of supplies during the pandemic. I had a major injury for a while. It was a C5, C6 injury with bursitis, frozen shoulder, and shoulder impingement syndrome all at the same time, and I'm the only baker. So my husband at the time was active duty military, and he cashed in all of his leave to come and be my left arm so that we could continue to grow our business. And there's just been so many things along the way that have felt like roadblocks or barriers, and it's like, well, maybe that's just not what it's meant to be. Maybe it's meant to be something different, take a little bit different path. And so far, the food trailer has done phenomenally well.
And that's because you provide something to those who cannot typically have a dessert, like you were saying, those
Absolutely.
who are either gluten-free, they're doing keto, or they have some sort of dietary restriction that eliminates sweet foods, you know, from their diet.
Right.
What are you hearing from your customers? Like, as you continue to navigate, what do you hear from them? And I'm asking this because this is what's keeping you going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Our regulars are fantastic. They follow us with our food trailer wherever we go. And for them, it provides a sense of normalcy to their life, because a lot of times if you do have special dietary restrictions or you have something like diabetes, you have to prepare all of your own food in order to make sure that you're consuming things that aren't going to make it worse. And so for them, it's like they can stop by here and they can grab breakfast items or dinner items or even just dessert. And it's something they don't have to prepare, but they know it's safe for them and they love it.
And here's a look at the food truck. So if you see the Delectable Sweets food truck out, this is what it looks like. I ran into them a few weeks ago at Old Glory. And so this is just a setup that they have. And again, people stopping by to grab a treat there. What do we have here in front of us today?
So this is one of our most popular savory menu items. This is our carne asada and queso roll. And so what that is we make doughs, but unlike most pizza type doughs that people will make, ours doesn't contain gluten. So our main ingredient is actually going to be mozzarella cheese. It makes it higher fat, higher protein. So it's going to keep you full longer. And then the meat that is in there, we slow cook that carne asada meat with freshly packed California spices. We have them shipped in bi-weekly from California. And then it has fresh chopped peppers and onions, and we enhance the meat with MCT oil so that you're making sure to get some of your healthy fats in there. And then we roll it all up with some shredded queso cheese inside. And so when you bake that, it doesn't look anything like, you know, diet or healthy food, and it's absolutely delicious. And one of those is a full meal. By the time you finish it, because of all that protein in there, you're stuffed.
That's amazing. I'm going to try this. And we were talking before we started the interview, and I was saying I tried to make a keto-friendly dish for a friend of mine, and it did not turn out so good.
Definitely it's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of trial and error. I've spent thousands of dollars refining different recipes or trying recipes only to find out that they were just way off base as far as what was needed to make them the right texture. Usually it's a textural thing, especially with gluten-free baking.
Normally I take one bite and then I'm just like, I'll wait and do it when the camera's off. But this is amazing.
Isn't that great? So much flavor.
I mean, you can taste the cheese, you can taste the meat, you can taste the peppers. That's wonderful. That is just savory. Savory is the best way I can use to describe that. What are the two sweet dishes that we have?
So one of our most popular cakes that we make, and we now offer it in probably about 16 different flavors, is our ooey gooey butter cakes. And so these are very similar to like a cheesecake square. The main difference is ooey gooey butter cake actually has more butter in it than cream cheese, whereas a cheesecake has more cream cheese in it. And then we also use Vitamin Shop whey protein powder in the crust on these so that it's a dessert that will stick with you. So it's one of those desserts where not only do you not get the sugar crash afterwards, but you're not hungry again in an hour because you've got the protein in there. And then, like always, these desserts are sweetened with monk fruit because besides having a zero glycemic impact, monk fruit's actually an anti-inflammatory, so it has health benefits.
That's amazing. And then the last treat.
That's going to be our pumpkin pie ooey gooey cake, and for the season, that is definitely our best selling.
I can imagine. I can also imagine the time that you've put in to research all of these ingredients to make sure that every dish is just right.
Absolutely. A supply shopping trip for a lot of people is just quick, grab stuff off the shelf, throw it in the cart. I actually have to stop and read every label. I have to stop and make sure that it is all gluten-free ingredients, because a lot of times you may not realize just how many ingredients contain gluten or even have added sugars until you take the time to read those labels. So finding new ingredients when I want to create a new dish is very time consuming, because you have all the time shopping and then you have all the time trying to figure out how to get the textures right, how to make sure that the flavors are there. Right. And so it can be challenging, but it's fun, because when you create these things for people who are so appreciative, and to watch their faces light up when they come in and they try samples of our newer items, they're just always so excited.
So how can we continue to support you? How, for those that are thinking, we'll just go right to the store. Again, the store is not active, or not as active as it once was. So
Correct.
If you are heading this way from outside of the Clarksville, Montgomery County area, do call first to make sure that they're open.
Absolutely.
But again, if they're not open here at the store, they have the food truck typically out, you said sometimes 7 days a week.
Absolutely. So you can follow us on Street Food Finder app. That will show all of our locations each month, where we're going to be, what times will be set up. And then our Facebook and our Instagram pages, that will not only detail the same information you can find on Street Food Finder, but it'll tell you what days and times will be open at the storefront here.
That's fantastic. And if you want to hear more about Heather's story, tell us why you're not shy about sharing the struggles and everything that you've been through.
I think it's really important for people to understand that we all struggle. We live in a world where a lot of times people only want to share the good in their life, and for good reason. I don't ever want people to look at me like, oh, she only shares the negative, but I believe in sharing the real, because it's one of the things that when people are struggling, it helps them understand that they're not alone, that other people understand that struggle, and hey, look, like if they were able to come past that, then I know I can do that too. I've faced so much, and I'm not even 40 yet. I am a 19-year recovered addict. I dropped out of high school at 17. And some of them were poor choices that I made. Some of them was just how life ended up. But after facing all that, the one thing I saw was the huge difference the people made. The people that were sent to me in that time of need are people I'll never forget. And they changed my life, because it made me want more. It made me want to offer more to the world and make that same difference. And so not only is this a place for people who might not necessarily have a place to go food-wise, if you talk to our customers, they'll tell you this is a place that they go when they need to feel happy. When they need a little bit of extra comfort or understanding, they come to us. And I love that. To me, that's one of my favorite parts about the store and about the food trailer, is we know that when people need a pick-me-up, they find us.
That they do. Heather, thank you so much for sharing all of that with me, with us. We do appreciate it.
So we did...
All right, there you go. What a great story there.
Definitely.
So really cool to watch that kind of unfold there. And the reason that I have brought that up, Justin, is because today, you know this, today is National Food Day.
Oh, that's great. Everybody get yourself some food.
I mean, it's National Food Day. Like, enjoy yourself today. Don't eat something you don't like. Enjoy your food today. It's National Food Day.
We got soup, rice, pizza, maybe.
That's what it looks like. Some fish.
Nice fish eye there. A hot dog. What is that?
Looks like a surf and turf, maybe.
Huh. And then a salad.
That looks like a pork chop.
The second one?
Garlic. Yeah, that's a pork chop with roasted garlic. That's what that is.
Interesting.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I'll need caviar.
Yeah, please no. We've got just enough time to give you one last look at our weather today, Justin. So why don't you
Yes.
tell us about Roy Meat Service and what's it going to be the rest of the day?
Yes. Hold on one second. Let me get to the slide. A little buffer music. Oh, there it is. All right. The weather is brought to you by Roy Meat Service. Nothing beats locally sourced meat. You can always count on Roy Meat Service for the best steaks, ribs, chicken, bologna sandwich, quesadillas. Doesn't matter. It's all at a reasonable price. Everybody on the staff is amazing, really attentive, and will show you what, like if you have a palate that's sophisticated like mine, like I said, they'll find what's right for you. You can also bring the meat home with you and cook, and it'll be like you are there at Roy Meat Service. You can reach them at 615-227-2583. Go visit them at 605 South 19th Street in Nashville, or go online and check out everything I just said in their photo gallery. That's awesome. RoyMeatService.com. The weather for today is 80, but I think it's going to be really hot. Don't you wish weather people would just like say what they think? It's like, I don't want your opinion.
It's kind of like sports, to be honest.
Exactly. Low 52. Big fan of 52. 0% chance of rain, 55% humidity, and 1 out of 10 on the UV index. That is your weather, brought to you by Roy Meat Service.
All right, I think we've got time for Nashville traffic. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me play our little. There we go.
Your traffic is brought to you by 50 Forward. Our friends at 50 Forward. They're a Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults, a proud partner with All of Us research program from the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting our website, joinallofus.org/50 Forward. We have a single vehicle crash on the downtown loop right at the DeMunbury and Broadway exit. Reported just moments ago. The right shoulder is blocked and the westbound exit ramp is now closed. So that's gonna be a problem. I'm just here to tell you. Also, just reported a disabled vehicle at mile marker 87 on 65 southbound coming into town. That's going to have the southbound right lane blocked as well as the shoulder. So there you are. The rest of the area looking pretty good. Got some merging delays at coming into the downtown loop off of 24, but of course 40 and 440. Few little issues there, but nothing major. And then no other major accidents from around. But if you are heading out 65, I think it's 65 northbound, there is construction, which is causing some delays going into White House. So there you have it. That's your final look at Nashville traffic right now. And that's going to do it for our show, Justin. We made it. It's Monday. We're out of here. How about that?
Victory Monday.
Victory Monday here on Mornings on Main Street. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see you tomorrow.
See y'all.